Hello everybody, this is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer, and this is a new episode of Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 4. Continuing on the Lysanders campaign, we're now on the penultimate map, and we're just starting out here. We have our Lysander, level 23 general, with a little bit of splattering of nature magic. We have Desette, who we picked up last mission, and she has life magic and order magic and a small splattering of combat. We have Pikadram, our level 22 warlord, which I did not think would carry over to this scenario. I'm very happy he did. Mostly combat and nobility, but a little splattering of order magic and barely getting into scouting. Our Valia, our level 22 paladin, also one that I didn't think would transfer over because in the last map we gained another hero which was higher level but much less developed. We basically run combat and life magic, but we also have some order and nature magic here, so this is a very strong magic hero. And of course Protheo, our level 24 paladin, combat and life magic with the same nature and order magic, but also a little bit of advanced scouting. So here we go. We're just gonna send Lysander up here, Peak Dream, and then we're gonna start buffing. I'm gonna start with this, since we don't have access to any potions of immortality yet, we are going to do the best we can to make sure that everyone is somewhat protected. Oh! I think I need to go up there. I need to put my lord in the way. Mass plus. Might as well. Oh, she has created illusion. Desette, you are a powerhouse. Okay, can't do that. She has forgetfulness too, that's awesome. And Lysander just whacks and twacks here. And our lord is ending this. As you see, we are now at the point where we do so much damage. We do so much damage per attack that the enemy just can't keep. Most creature stacks can't keep up anymore. Most fights are like this; they're trivial. I'm gonna bring some pikemen along with me. Mostly just to limit what kind of creatures I can get from the monster summoning thing. Since I have two guys who has summon points, I will very quickly build up a large stack of wolves. Wolves are not very good, but they're better than nothing. And yeah. Here we go. A challenge. So we start off with the buffs like we always do. Now let's just start throwing down some retributions. I'm gonna hide the wolves, and I'm gonna hide the pikemen. Mass blast. Put regen on the Lord because he still takes a lot of damage. And where's retribution? There we go. Retribution as well. Oh yeah, this is the set. She can just start throwing this. Hiding them. Just let Lord Lysander take apart the enemy. As you can tell, we are at the point in the game where the enemy stacks needs to be like stacks of dragons or something crazy. Because they can't keep up with how powerful Lysander is. I brought the bad news to Lord Lysander myself. Some of our scouts report that another army has entered the region from the south. What standards do they fly? Lysander asked, even though he suspected the answer. The old Griffin Heart banner. They are loyal to Sir Worton, no doubt. And they probably figured out why I've come here. Worton's trying to kill his own father before I can reach him, Lysander said with disgust. It seems that way, I said. Yes, and if we don't reach Sir Kentaine before they do, Palaedra will be lost to that murderous fraud. I could tell by my lord's tone that he would sooner die than see that happen. I get that. I get why he would be somewhat disgusted by that. Let's just hide. Huh. Heal up Lysander. What else can I do here? Do I have Chaos War, Order War, Nature War? And the set can just start me again. With Grandmaster Melee, he's killing people fast. Let's just get some regeneration up. So I have a feeling these guys are gonna need it. Where's regeneration? Ah, there it is. I have a feeling my front line will need it. Yeah. Told you my front line would need it. Let's go up here and start working on these water elementals. Lysander takes down these. Lord takes these. It's working out. And Lysander kills them off. It's working out nicely. Sack of gold. I'm gonna give that to him. I'm gonna give this to him. I am usually up late finishing my task for the day and making sure the night watch is in position, so I'm accustomed to sneaking between sleeping soldiers. I was a little surprised, however, to find Lady Dessette twirling around and humming in the darkness outside her tent, so I approached. She smiled and even blushed. "You caught me, Squire Milton," she said. "I did not mean to, lady. I was only curious if I could help you with something. Are you having trouble sleeping?" I asked. Lady Dessette laughed good-naturedly and spun around gracefully. "No, Squire, I am well, more than well. I am dancing. Do you like to dance?" Lord Lysander seldom attends balls. I have had very little opportunity to practice. Dessette took my hand and suddenly pulled me closer. "That's a shame. I love dancing." "Ah, this hour? I try to do it every day, even at my age. It keeps the heart young." She started turning and swaying to some unheard music. "Dance with me, Squire Milton. It's been so very long since I've had a partner," Dessette said. I could not refuse. Dessette hummed a beautiful tune for my benefit, but my clumsy feet were still unable to keep the beat. It seems as though it took hours for me to finally get it right. "You're more graceful than you think, Squire." "I'm afraid you're a bad liar, my lady." Dessette laughed, and we continued. Soon, I found myself frowning, because this was what I was missing. I had never danced with a woman beneath the stars before. This was the sort of thing one did with the one they loved, like a wife. But I have never been in love. That's sad, Worton. Expert combat, advanced archery and everything. This is good. I feel sad for Squire Milton. He's basically saying he doesn't know what to do with his life. So, let's see. All the usual protections up. Nature Ward. And then she has Celestial Armor. Good. Now, let's whack this guy down. Let's whack this guy down. Now, mass blast, mass fervor, hiding my actual soldiers, mass healing. Yeah, they're after my wolves. That's a shame. My wolves done nothing wrong. I'm gonna send the Lord up to deal with these elves. I'm gonna see if I can have my... I'm just gonna send Lysander up too, at this point. Wolves are dead. Griffins are gonna be dead. And the Lord starts a slapping. And yeah, as you can see, it's not super dangerous fights anymore. Mostly because the heroes are just so freakishly strong. And there we go. I'm wondering, should I dismiss them? Let's see if I can instead get my hands on... Oh. Yeah, let's give them all a level. Expert offense. Okay. No, I'm not giving him tactics. We're just giving him masterminding. Master archery. This looks like it could be dangerous. And I have a feeling the enemy is gonna come for me. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna slow this guy. Setting up all the usual protections, you know. I'm gonna have Lord Lysander go up here and do whack-a-mole on this guy. Okay, that didn't work out as I planned it to. That was not my plan. That guy's still over there. Okay, so, divine intervention. Do I have it? Yes, I do. And we're gonna avoid that happening again by accident, because, let's face it, then I can have the Lord go up here and twack this guy. Now, we don't want Lysander falling dead, so yeah, okay. Volt it. And that's the end of that. Lysander's a monster now. As long as he gets to fight on his terms, he will kill anything and everything. I'm sure this was a mistake, because I have a feeling blue player is going to come out after me now. That's alright. Okay. Song of Peace. Do I have Song of Peace here? Should have it here somewhere. There we go. Song of Peace. Song of Peace. Hide behind Profio or whoever it is. Valia. Do I have Song of Peace on the set? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. Okay, Mass Plus. Let's see. We're just gonna continue Song of Peacing these guys. And then we're gonna put on Celestial Armor. Good job. Now, let's see. Chaos Ward. And maybe I should do prayer again. Except it doesn't help the poor Lord. But I can heal him, so that's okay. And ranged. Let's actually start to take down some of the enemies here. The advantage of magic spells such as Frostbolt and stuff is that it doesn't... It's not a subject to specific defenses such as the Minotaur block and stuff like that. It just ignores that. Unlike the ranged attacks, as you can see. Alright, this was not so bad. Could have been much worse. And unfortunately, I suffer pretty heavily from grab everything syndrome. Actually, he has so much already. I'm going to put it on him just so he has a chance to keep up. Trading station, not much worth. No potions of immortality, but there is at least the possibility of getting some swords here. So increase. He has scouting, so he will pick up this. I think that's all. Actually, do they stack? If I go here, yes they do. That's sort of awesome. Okay, let's go up and fight some more egrets. Like last time, we just start by just gonna give terrain work to him. I'm gonna slow this guy. And we're gonna see if we can keep the wolves alive this time. I think it will be very difficult. But unless we try, we won't know. And we're gonna get Chaos Word up. Along with Celestial. And then finally. We're gonna slow this thing too. Alright, let's go up and slay. Bind wounds is obviously not going to be enough, so I'm going to do regular healing. And finally, with the set. Divine Intervention. And the Lord takes on the effed. Yeah, he's not gonna cast spells, he's gonna melee. And I think that's the end of this fight. Divine Intervention is really a lifesaver at this point. There are certain stacks of enemies that can ruin your well-laid plans, and it's always annoying. Yeah, I should not have let blue out there, but it's alright. Yeah, okay, let's just send Lysander up. He's gonna tank these things like nobody's business. One, two, chop. There we go. Unfortunately, I have no room. Yeah, that checks. Mind shield. Does it do? All mind spells and forgetfulness. Okay. So, we have our potion of immortality here. Lysander takes that one, and we also picked up this. We'll give that to Lysander, because we're going to want to stack all of our bonuses to armies onto the, well, army guy. Alright, so what do we do here? I'm just being difficult with them. Oh, wrong word. Oh, nice. He gets to go kill it. Send the woofies away. Chaos word. All right. That's interesting. Maybe what I should do here is Song of Peace this dude. And then Lysander goes in, and we're gonna Song of Peace this dude again. We're gonna bind the Lord's wounds. And finally, we're gonna have the sect deal some damage to this thing. And Lysander to deal damage to this thing. I'm gonna run our gonna just do a mass heal here. Mass healing. And I think he's gonna come from the wolves now. But that's all he gets to do. And I get half of those wolves back, and next round, next turn, I'm gonna get most of them back again. Yeah, you know what? Grandmaster mining. See, we're back up to almost 56 again. This is interesting. So let's first start with the last chaos ward. And we're gonna hide the wolves. Divine intervention. I'm losing the champions. They're dying. It's alright. I'm not really using the champions. Mass Fur will have no effect, okay. So I already did that. Mass Blast. There we go. Sound the Lord. Hit this guy. And then Lysander. Take him apart. Man. And of course that guy's just lucky. So, at this point, the fact remains that although I can run into some fairly significantly large enemy groups, and I still can lose, I still can lose troops unless I hide them behind my heroes. At this point in the game, the heroes are just so strong. They sort of just ignore everything. Because as long as you can make sure that you... Oh, really? As long as you have a way of resurrecting your heroes, you can just steamroll most enemies. What is the... scenario information? Defeat the Maestra hero. Okay. So I just need to defeat a very specific hero. Are you Maestro? Are you Maestro? No, you're not. All 21 Fire Guard and Pyromancer. Good Grandmaster Archery. There should be. Oh. Then I will just have to wait here, won't I? Dig for treasure. Scarab of Summoning. What does the Scarab Summoning do? Oh. Well, we're just gonna give that to Raise in the Loot. No. We're gonna have to give that to her. Okay, so what am I missing here? What is it I am not seeing here? In this map here. There has to be something. A level 1 knight. I'm fairly sure that those chaos dudes are probably the ones I should be afraid of. Or is it you? Let's go. The first clue that an attack was imminent came from the horses. As usual, Lord Lysander was riding at the front of the column when his warhorse began stomping at the ground nervously. Riders with less training had to fight against rains to keep their animals in line. Song of Peace. Where is Song of Peace? There it is. That seems weird. Oh wait. Chop chop. And that takes care of the beholders. And that takes care of the Medusa. It's not bad. Now where did that guy run? There he is. Okay, you're very afraid of my army, so I'm just gonna march in on you and see. Ah, they're going straight for my doggos. As expected. I'm sending the Juggernaut up. And he's gonna be protected by all sorts of celestial protections. What else can I give? Let's give Mass Bless. Oh, you gave me prayer. Thank you. So, I'm gonna set up regen with him, and I'm gonna set up regen with him. I'm just gonna bind wounds to make sure he doesn't die. Alright, what else can I do here? Oh, I have forgetfulness. I'm gonna make this guy ever forget. And I'm taking down the champions, making sure there's no champions here to bother me anymore. And then, what else can I do? Mass Blast, Mass Mirth. Do I have Mass Mirth? Perfect. Okay. Giant Strength. I'm just gonna have the doggos hide here. You know what? He's just gonna go ranged at this point. Cast a spell. Actually, screw that. You're just gonna go ranged. And Lysanders just gonna go up there and take down the enemy artillery before it becomes a problem. Doggo's gonna hang out. Pikeman's gonna be no more. And we're gonna make those monks ever forget they ever monked. Yeah. I think that leaves us. Oh man, that was a very powerful enemy. Let's see, what's this do? Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. We can give all this stuff to the Lord. And we're back up to 105. Okay, it seems to me that I need to defeat Orange. Which is a bit of a shame. I haven't played this in so long, so I don't actually remember what I have to do, but it seems to me that killing Orange is the way to go. So, let's go kill Orange. He runs back into hiding. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna save the game here because I don't wanna fuck this up too badly. And we're gonna start working on fighting this enemy. No, 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 no. Drats. Okay, so let's just get the buff train going. guys know what's coming, and you know. Chaos Ward. Making sure that, yeah, wolves aren't gonna survive this. Sadly, but no, they're not. Mass fervor will have no effect, of course. The mass bless will. Biting down on that. And as long as I have Vela here to just do this, I'm gonna be fine. Alright. Let's have Lysander just chop up. And you guys know what you're doing. So, let's take down some of these crazy ass. Okay, that was not my plan, but okay. So they finally learned to take that. Yeah. Lysander's just gonna take down this guy first. They're really not holding back. And I do not have mass intervention on her. I do have forgetfulness. There comes divine intervention again. Jeez. You're not letting up. So, again, divine intervention. Wow. In an act of justice, Lord Lysander placed the sorcerer Maestro, in the same cell where we found Sir Kentaine. Although bruised and a bit undernourished, we found the sword-bearer alive. He was a broad-shouldered man of 60 years who still displayed some of the power of his youth. His neat moustache was shot completely through with white, as was his bristly hair. Lysander presented the true Griffenheart blade to him with both hands, bowing to give both the sword-bearer and the sword due respect. Before Sir Kentaine could take it, the set jumped into his arms and kissed him longingly. I turned away as they wept happily. Not only did it seem to be a private moment, but I also didn't want to be reminded that I have never been greeted in such a manner. When the couple's lips finally parted, Sir Kentaine wrapped the woman in his big arms and held her close as he looked at the Griffenheart blade. "I cannot take it, sir," Kentaine said. "I have outlived a king and a queen. I swore that if I ever saw my wife again, I would renounce my title as sword-bearer so that we could live the remainder of our years together. We have been apart far too long." "More than 6 years, my love," the set said. 6 years. So long. Lysander shifted uncomfortably. "There must be a sword-bearer, Sir Kentaine." "Yes," Kentaine replied. "Let it be he who won the sword back from Mastero. That's how you say. Okay, good. It was that easy. Just like that, Lysander became the sword-bearer. He strapped the weapon across his back, where it would be safe, then took Sir Kentaine's hand in his own. "I have but one more task for you before you retire, Sir Kentaine. I need your help and the help of your fair wife," Lysander said.
Sir Wortons seized control of most of Paladro while Lysander was away. That worm had the strength of the entire country now. Our most powerful weapon against him, however, wasn't a sword, or a magical artifact, or even an army. It was the truth.
And now we're going to go into the final mission. I have never doubted that Lord Lysander would defeat Worton and save Palaedra, but recently I've been worried in secret that something beyond his control might cause his plans to sour. I know my concerns are groundless, especially now that Sir Kentaine has joined us against his shameful son. Then we reached the border of Palaedra and found the kingdom in the middle of a civil war. While we were off rescuing Sir Kentaine, Worton had launched his attack and conquered most of the country, including the capital, Paladon. Sir Daymark, Palaedra's regent while Lysander was gone, had been defeated in battle and locked in prison. All seemed lost. As soon as he received word of Worton's victories, Lysander called a meeting of his advisors, Sir Kentaine and Lady Dessette, Adamus and Prothia, and even me. After relating the details of Worton's success, Lysander stopped and looked upon us, each in turn, his face tense as he tried to control his anger. "And that is what we face," Lysander said through gritted teeth. "Worton controls Paladon and 4 other strategic towns in the heart of Palaedra. He's named himself King Worton Griffenheart and has sent word to every community to swear fealty to him or suffer dire consequences." It took a long time for someone to break the silence. "Unfortunately," Adamus said firmly, "I see no realistic diplomatic solution. It seems war is inevitable." "I agree," Sir Kentaine said. Prothia and Dessette both nodded. Then all eyes turned to me. Lysander asked, "And what do you think, Milton?" "Me?" "Yes, you have been at my side every step of the way. You know this land and its people just as well as I. Palaedra is in chaos. How do I heal it?" I was glad to even be part of this meeting, but to be asked to speak was unexpected. I had to say something though, and quick. I cannot believe that all of Paladra has abandoned you, my lord. We cannot be the only ones who sensed Sir Wortons' lies, I said. What do you mean? Lysander asked. Well, as powerful as Sir Worton seems right now, he still doesn't possess the support of all of Paladra, or surely he would have more than 5 cities under his power. If you pass the word that Worton is not a Griffin half-blood, I wager that people would come out to your aid rather than oppose you. The only likely reason they haven't joined Worton yet is because they're not wholly certain he's telling the truth. They have no proof. Brilliant, Squire Martin, Adams commented. They don't act because they're afraid to make the wrong choice. Sir Kentaine interrupted. I must apologize again, Lord Lysander, for my son's horrible behavior. I swear to you that Desette and I will remain at your side until we can mend the damage he has caused. As shameful as it is, I will shout from every tower that Worton is my flesh and blood, not King Griffinheart's. Desette took her husband's hand and leaned in close. They were always next to each other, often arm in arm. I felt a pang of longing in the pit of my stomach and looked away. After a moment of silence, Lysander seemed to come to a decision. He said, We march immediately to take Paladra back from the usurper. Adamas and Protheo left immediately, but I was still there when Lysander took the hands of Sir Kentaine and with Lady Desette in his own. I promise you, he said softly, that when the time comes, I will do my best to spare your son's life. People such as yourself should never feel the loss of 2 sons. Damn. So, we're just gonna do this. Alright. This basic life magic. I don't feel like teaching anyone that right now. I don't feel like teaching anyone basic scouting either. Yeah, but I think this is a very good place to stop. The episode has been long enough. We have amassed everyone and we're ready to take on Sir Worton in the final mission. Reclaim Paladra. And this is all for this time. Join us back for the final mission and the showdown with Worton. Can we be successful or can we not? See you next time. This is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer. Have a good night.